that's the main thing, So always willing to do whatever the team needs to get the job done, and that week it just happened to be guard.
So many people this season and these last couple weeks have talked about how Dan Quinn makes everyone in this locker room feel included. Everyone makes feel like they're a part of all of the success. Do you feel like that right now personally?
100%. I think it's the culture that him and AP built in when they first came in, and just that next man up mentality. And you see guys like Chris Rodriguez and J Mac do that all season whenever their name is called. So it's just we all have a responsibility, and the team expected not to drop off.
And you guys, as an offensive line, have had your ups and downs this season. As a unit, how do you guys feel right at this very moment?
I mean, you just try to get better every week, and that's kind of what we build on here. Is just we come in every week, stick to the process, and every week's about getting better. So the more you play together, of course, you build that cohesion, and just looking forward to doing it again, trying to get better again this week.
You might not have had the same focus on him last two times, but Jalen Carter, what sticks out on film this time when you might have to face him up?
I mean, just great player. Got all the intangibles, run and pass, plays both of them well. Does a lot of things you don't see guys do on tape. So definitely a challenge for any offensive line, and we're looking forward to it this week.
A lot of big emphasis on him is like his football IQ is a little higher than maybe a normal 23-year-old. Does that show up on tape, and if so, what ways?
You see him shedding blocks, punching at the ball, the way he's able to get off blocks and just react to screens and all type of things of that nature. So like you said, he doesn't play the game like a guy of his age, and so that's what makes him one of the best right now.
When it comes to planning and preparing for a team you're now going to see for a third time, are there new challenges that are involved in that, or how do you guys kind of go about attacking this?
I don't think we really look at it like that. I think we just kind of look at it like this is this week's challenge, and you just try to get better this week and try to execute in all levels.
Well, Jayden now officially a finalist for Offensive Rookie of the Year, perhaps not a surprise to a lot of people,
Right.
but just how abnormal has he been in terms of what he's been able to produce this season?
He's special. I mean, from the time he walked in OTAs, he had that it about him, and the way he carries himself, the way he prepares. It's no secret, it's no surprise to me that he's having the success that he's had because the guy put the work in.
Trent, this year you caught a touchdown. Now you're playing for a chance to go to a Super Bowl. Just how much fun has this year been?
It's awesome, and it's awesome because of this team. This probably the best team I've been on as far as like our environment, our culture. And
Stop it, Trent.
you got guys like Marcus Mariota over here, man, true team guy, and it's just you got a bunch of guys that's really playing for each other, and we mean that, so special.
Was there a moment early on in the season, maybe OTAs, whatever, where you realized maybe one single play, Jayden he's got it?
I wouldn't say one single play, but just from the time he stepped in the huddle, he just commanded it, and he never blinked, you know what I mean? Anything that happens in the game, he's never too high, too low. So that's the way he carries himself throughout the week, and we see that same thing on game day from him.
Will the celebration change if you catch another touchdown?
I don't know. You kind of just got to go off the win with that one. That's one I always got in my hip pocket, so we'll see.
After that touchdown earlier, have you asked him to line you up in the slot at any point?
Well, my hands are always ready. But like I said, I just ready to do anything to help the team win and catch a touchdown, play offensive line, it's just whatever it takes.
That's the exciting moment for us. Best out of three moment. Another divisional game against the team right down the road. That's what's really exciting about it. Not looking to ahead of anything, Just we get to play the Eagles again in the NFC Championship. That's what's really exciting for us.
But knowing what's on the line, I mean, when you're going to bed Wednesday night, last night, I mean, are you thinking like, can it be Sunday already? I'm ready to roll.
Oh man, for sure. Me and John Allen was just talking about that before practice. We went out early. I was like, man, I'm tired of waiting. I just want to play. It's like that for me every weekend though. Just really excited for the moment, really excited for the team and the opportunity.
And you are playing them for the third time. You faced Saquon Barkley twice this season. Both times he had around 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Last week he had over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, how do you prepare to face a guy that's playing at the level he's playing at like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a great running back, one of the best in the league at doing what he's doing. Over 2K yards is great for anybody, definitely running back. So everybody's just doing their 111, doing their job, standing in their gap, being gap disciplined, and making the plays that come to them is the best way that we can stop them.
Based on that, is it more challenging when you're seeing a team for the third time, kind of knowing they're going to throw a couple of things different at you? You guys got to throw a couple of things different, or do you welcome that experience?
A little bit of both. The third time, it's always hard to beat a team twice. Everybody says that. So for the third time, like we know their tendencies, who we're going against. It's just going out there and doing it.
So when it's best on best at this point, you guys know them, they know you.
Yep.
What was this one going to boil down to if you had an answer?
Whoever's the toughest and who wants it more.
John, every step of the postseason so far, you guys have faced a good O-line and a good running back, sometimes a tandem of good running backs. That's not going to be any different this week. Do you enjoy these, heavyweight?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Our brotherhood against our O-line and those great running backs that we've been through. I feel like each round so far we played against great running backs. Bucky, he was a young back, but very talented. Last week, everybody knows what the Lions have, and just this week, we know what they have over there as well. So it's really a challenge for the D-line just to show who we really are, the toughness we have, and that we can really do it.
You've never played this deep into a season. How does it feel to still be playing late January?
It feels good. I feel like we just treat it like a regular game up here and try to stack our good days so we can go out there and play good on Sunday.
How do you physically feel? I know the finger's beat up, a little knee on the injury report. What's it like going this deep into a season?
So I feel like I'm at the end of the season. Everybody beat up, man. But I feel good, man. I'm ready to get out there and play.
What kind of energy do you have to draw on knowing Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, this Eagles offensive line, knowing that everybody's beat up?
Shoot, man, we got our own energy around here. We got a lot of good players and a lot of players that play for each other. So I feel like when we get on the field, we bring energy for each other.
Rubber match with the Eagles with a Super Bowl on the line. Is that just crazy to hear?
Man, I feel like you can't write it up any better. It's like I feel like that's like a game that's gonna be played for years on. So it's gonna be a fun one for sure.
Thank you, Ron.
Is it easier when you played a team twice or harder because you played a team twice?
I mean, you just got to deep dive into all the film. Like you can't say like, oh, we played them and that's what it is. They just go do the same stuff. You still got to prepare like it's your first time seeing them.
With Saquon, you guys have really done a pretty good job on him for like 3/4 of games.
Yeah.
How do you stop those explosives?
Yeah, man, it's just he seems to squirt out there. Like he might get a run, like a real big run once or twice a game, but it's all about just gang tackling him and everybody coming in and just trying to square him up and get him down.
His back cuts, finding the backside of the play. Like I know everybody looks for that, but he seems to be especially good at hitting that.
Yeah, it makes you have to be like technique sound, so to speak. You have to play your gaps and not like peak or try to make plays that aren't for you to make. You got to just stay technique sound and your responsibility.
How hard is that in a game where you're trying to make a play to get to a Super Bowl?
It's hard, but you got to trust. You got to trust that everybody else around you is doing their jobs. So I feel like that's what will help our defense go far.
How do you balance what you physically must be feeling with the opportunity in front of you guys?
Yeah, I think at this point in the season, everyone's eyes are on the prize, and that's this week against Philly. And so I think when you take that mindset, you kind of take your body out of it, and you're focused on getting to game day and be able to go out there and execute. So obviously, I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to being consistent to what we've been doing on a week-to-week process, staying in the routine, and sticking to the ball.
What's it mean in the tight end room when you've got a guy like Ertz who played for the Eagles, won a Super Bowl up there, and now he's kind of the leader in that room, and you guys have a chance to go up there and take something from him?
Yeah, it's exciting, but we're just focused on this game. We're not focused about NFC Championship, Philly, where it's at, but we're just prepared to go out there and execute at a high level.
What's it mean if it's late in this game, knowing what you guys have done in these winning time moments? If Jayden gets the ball in his hand and your offense is out there, how do you feel? What is the confidence level?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got confidence for whoever's out there on the field, when our offense rolls out there. And so it's a really exciting thing, and we're battle-tested and up for any challenge. Thanks.
It's really tough. You guys are not going to have Sam. How do you prepare this week with somebody new next to you, knowing the opposition's a top-notch unit?
Yeah, I mean, we always prepare. We always rotate in throughout the week, so there's no hesitation once Trent went in. Obviously, it sucks for the situation with Sam, and we're always there for him as a brother, and he'll be back. Just won't be this year, but no, we're prepared. We're ready to go and move forward.
Good players all over this league, but what do you see on the tape when you watch Jalen Carter?
Yeah, definitely a standout player for sure. Respectable player and everything. But again, it'll come down to owning the line of scrimmage, and he's a part of that.
Hey, Tyler, Coach Quinn always talks about just stay true to what the process is and what you've been doing. Talk a little bit about that, about not changing anything really much, playing Philadelphia for the third time.
Yeah, I mean, just being us. It's going to always come down to owning the line of scrimmage and executing and take care of the ball. Just keeping it simple.
How does a game record like Jayden change everything you're doing on the front?
I mean, there's some stuff for sure, but at the same time, it'll come down to owning the line of scrimmage and executing.
Tyler, in terms of Jayden Daniels, you've obviously had a great perspective to see what he's done in year one. How abnormal is it for a rookie quarterback to do what he's doing this year?
Yeah, I mean, his ability to grow throughout OTAs to camp to preseason to the season, it just leveled us up even more and expanded us virtually more, especially the situational football that we had. It's the growth factor, I think, is huge, and you can see it game in and game out. He's getting better every single time, so it's huge for sure.
Everybody knows what's at stake on Sunday, so is it possible to treat this like any other game, like any other Sunday in the fall? Is there a challenge in itself to not make this bigger than it already is?
No, the only one goal is to beat Philly.
Just seeing his growth from week one till now is it's been big for this whole team, this organization, and he doesn't carry himself like a rookie. So it's been huge though. It's been huge.
So this is Eagles Commanders Part 3. You don't really get to play a team 3 times in 1 year. It's very rare. So what is the challenge in that?
It's just being locked in. Each play. I don't think it's. Like I said, it just comes down to just playing ball. Obviously we're familiar with them and they're familiar with us, but it's just going to come down to execution and taking care of the ball.
Thanks for the time. Appreciate your time.